Knicks Nation, today is Tuesday. It is the 14th day of May 2024. I hope you're safe and healthy today. I hope your family is safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field along with the first responders who every day are out here trying to comfort people and save lives. Those also that pick up garbage, keep our places clean. And those that make deliveries of people, food, water, and mail for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help, rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and the children that are the unfortunate victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on those that actually profit from these things. And double curses on the perverts that create the demand for these things. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, children, families, veterans, homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Tonight, there's going to be a basketball game at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks are playing Game 5 against the Indiana Pacers tonight. Very big game. The Knicks have had a lot of big games this year, a lot of critical games this year, a lot of must-win games this year. And as we've gone through the season, as we get deeper into playoffs, it becomes more intense in terms of the must-win situations. Here we are again. Our heroes have their backs up against the wall. Again, it's been that way all season. I think there's very few teams in the NBA that has had as much adversity in terms of injury as the Knicks have. And they have come through with flying colors, ending up right now in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. So, whatever happens tonight, the Knicks have had a tremendous season. They've fought hard. They've gotten the most out of themselves and played the hardest they can and done so with all types of adversity and major injuries. So regardless, I'm going to take my hat off to the Knicks, regardless of what happens. But they have a chance tonight to go up 3-2. Now, in tonight's game, I think there may be a slight change. And I mean maybe. Tom Thibodeau doesn't like to change much, but he mentioned something in his last post-game that caught my attention. He mentioned that they were slow to the ball defensively. Slow to the ball, which means they were slow getting out to shooters. They were slow getting out to people that were in the corners. They were just slow to the basketball, which is un-Knicks-like. Now, we do recognize that the Knicks were basically out of gas on Sunday. And again, people act like they want to focus. All of those idiots that want to focus on the Knicks negatively will always point out, well, Tom Thibodeau needs to play more players, or he plays his players too many minutes. You know, the minutes police. No. This is the thing, though. Every one of the 30 teams in the NBA has nights where they're out of gas. It happens. It's part of the league. When the Knicks beat Philly, in Philly, by over 30 points, Philly was out of gas that night. It happens. Happens to everybody. And it's unexpected. You never know when it's going to happen until you're on the court. But generally speaking, especially in the league with pro-level athletes, it might happen on night A, like Sunday. It won't happen 2 nights in a row. It won't happen. These are pro-level athletes, used to playing hard, used to playing long. Bodies are conditioned above you and me, average people. They're ready to go. And give them 48 hours rest and they're ready to go, okay? So I expect the Knicks to come out with the energy they were missing Sunday. But the one slight change we might see Deuce McBride start in place of Precious. We might. When he mentioned slow getting to the ball, that is a perimeter issue, okay? That's a perimeter issue. And the speed that the Knicks have with Deuce in the lineup. See, the thing that causes part of what Josh Hart brings to the table is energy. And also because of his size, he is quicker and faster than most people that he has to guard or most people that guard him, which is why he's able to get so many rebounds. He's quicker and faster to the basketball when it's off the rim. So You combine that and you add to it the speed on the perimeter, you might be better off starting a Deuce McBride today and bringing a Precious Achua off your bench. You're going to play Alex Burks. You're going to play him today. You must. You're probably going to play some Jericho Sims to spell Hartenstein. Don't know how bad Hartenstein's shoulder is. Only I'm worried about it in terms of his effectiveness on his little push shot. That push shot in the lane is a big part of his offensive game. And so I'm very concerned about that in terms of the push shot. He's going to do it anyway. He's a tough kid. Even if his shoulder's killing him, he's going to play, number one. And number two, he's going to shoot the shot. How often he hits it's going to be important for us. So we'll see how that plays out. But Josh Hart and Deuce McBride can be very big keys today because of the speed that they add to the lineup. Deuce has played 40 plus minutes several times this year. So he's ready to do that tonight. I'm very confident that the whole Knicks squad is going to come out and leave everything on the floor tonight. Okay, this is a very big game. So now, the head of the snake, Jalen Brunson. Now, he was definitely flat on Sunday. Definitely flat. But again, that happens to everybody. Okay, it happens to everybody, number one. Number two, it's not going to happen 2 games in a row where he's flat. He might be off, his shot might be off 2 games in a row, but he's not going to lack energy like that, lack lift 2 games in a row. I'm not buying the whole foot thing either. I feel like if he can be on the floor and play, he's going to play at a high level. You're going to see all-star Jalen Brunson today. But the problem that I feel like the Knicks have to address, and I'm very confident they will. These are pros, after all. They know what the hell they're doing. Some of y'all don't act like you know that, but they know what the hell they're doing. Tom Thibodeau know what he's doing. Knicks staff know what he's doing. The players know what they're doing. So, but it's how physical Indiana is playing Brunson. It's a brilliant strategy. To bump and run Brunson, to get away with as many fouls as you can. Of course they would do that. They must do that. They want to win. Okay? So what the Knicks counter to that is you must have a Dante DiVincenzo, a Josh Hart. If you're playing a Deuce McBride, you must have them be aggressive offensively. Okay? You must have them be aggressive. That, especially Dante, because Dante has shown the ability to hit threes in a major level. So they have to respect that. And if they have to respect that, and if Deuce, don't let Deuce be loose today. Because now you take the pressure off of Brunson, and now Brunson doesn't need much. But you give him a small opportunity, he's going to walk through it and take advantage of it. The footwork, of course, the getting in the paint and all of that is elite. So while the Knicks basically have been playing very well at home and not so well away, the key issues are points in the paint, and as Tom Thibodeau mentioned, speed to the ball. Speed to the ball. Now, the points in the paint, having Precious in the lineup for 2 games, have not improved the points in the paint, as you would expect maybe it would. But having Deuce in the lineup would improve speed to the ball. 100%. Okay? So I think we may see that. I'm just guessing here. I don't have Tom Thibodeau's playbook. I'm not in the meeting with their coaches. But I'm thinking you might start Deuce today and make him play a whole lot of minutes today, because the speed to the ball defensively is very important. You're not going to miss much rebounding with Josh Hart, especially if he has his energy. And you're still going to play Precious a lot of minutes. Starting is only but so much. You start, okay, great. But it's how many minutes? Precious is still going to be needed 25, 35 minutes today. And he's going to be needed on the defensive end and rebounding mostly, okay? So this is the keys here. You have to counter their full court pressure on Brunson, the physicality on Brunson, okay? You have to have speed to the basketball, and you want to try to get back to domination on the offensive boards and points in the paint. Now, the points in the paint, again, major function of that is Jalen Brunson himself. When he gets in the paint, he creates problems for the defense, and if he's hitting his little floaters and his mid-range, he creates a lot of problems for the defense, and that opens up a lot for the offensive boards as well as points in the paint. So those are keys. One more big key. You must, if you're the Knicks, you must keep Indiana out of the paint. One of the things that's killing us against the Pacers, and again, Pacers are elite at this, is getting in the paint from the point of attack. Nimhart, Halliburton, Shepard, and of course T.J. McConnell. They've been getting into the paint all series. They did the same thing against Milwaukee. They've been getting in the paint almost at will. They're very good at it. This is not like the Knicks are being slack here. This team is elite at this. So there has to be a concerted effort, especially to keep McConnell out of the paint and Nimhart out of the paint. Okay? We don't have Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's loss is key here. This is why they're getting in the paint. Well, they don't respect the rim protection ability of Hartenstein. Of course, he's not Mitchell Robinson. We shouldn't expect him to be. And of course, Jericho Sims is not really a rim protector per se. So they're not afraid to come in the paint. Therefore, the point of attack defense must be tougher, which is again why I'm thinking you might have a Deuce McBride start the game. But we'll see what happens. But overall, I know the Knicks are going to come with the energy. They're going to come with the noise today. Madison Square Garden's going to come with the noise today. I only hope that Tony Brothers is not refereeing this game. When I saw him, I was surprised. I had not seen him refereeing this series until Sunday. When they brought that fool in, that was a bad sign. I'd rather not see Tony Brothers refereeing this game today. And I hope the Knicks ask the league, please, bring me somebody else but Tony Brothers today. Other than that, let's get it on. Let's enjoy this game tonight. Be safe out there. We'll talk later, hopefully, with some good news. Salute.